Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. Welcome to our common hour, our weekly unstructured meetings where we meet and discuss several projects that are in progress. Also, anything you'd like to share with the team, you're welcome. So this time I'll go first. This week we haven't been able to work on our website, but since Evans is here, I believe after this we can do so right away. Is that okay, Evans? Or will you be?
Yes, yes,
Okay,
that's
all right.
yeah, that's very much okay. Yeah.
Okay, so also this week, Miriam reached out last week, and yesterday we were able to have a meeting with her. She's shared some updates that she's interested in rejoining the team, and I was excited. I thought she'll be able to join us today, but unfortunately, she's also held up somewhere. So probably next week she'll be able to join us.
Yeah.
And also, we are still in the process of interviewing the applicants who will be working on the Odoo project. So far, so good. We have interesting candidates, very qualified, and I believe soon we'll have some of them starting to work on the project. Yeah, that's it for me. Thank you.
All right.
Anyone else with any updates you'd like to share with us?
Okay. Thank you so much, Kevin. Thank you, Natalia. Maybe Kevin, maybe I'll just give an update on the aspect of Wise Next project. I think
Okay,
if that's
yeah,
okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I did manage to come up with the community board SOP, standard operating procedures, which I did work on it last week, and I wanted I don't know if it's okay. Maybe I could maybe share
sure.
the screen.
Yeah,
Maybe you guys can be able to check out maybe what I had. So let me just share my screen just in a few. Okay, let me just go my document. Sorry, it's still in Word document, but I think maybe I'll be able to put it into a better presentation once I do complete. Once we do go through. So basically, okay, this document, it's a community board standard operating procedure to organize meetings for contract awards and accept work results. So basically, the purpose of this SOP. Is to have a standard guideline that will be conducting community board meetings. So it will be established so that we can be able to award contracts for projects or for community projects, and then we can be able also to review and accept the results for each completed work. So the scope is the scope under the scope, this SOP will apply to all stakeholders, staff, and board members who are invited in the planning, managing of contracts, and evaluating performance for each project undertaken. Then I also came up also just with the definitions, what each definition of what would be able to be entailed in this community board SOP. So we have a contractor who is basically a person or an individual who is awarded the contract to perform the work for the community. Then we have the board meeting where these are community board members who will formulate a gathering to deliberate and decide on the agenda items. Then work results. This is basically the outcome of the work performed under a contract. Then under that, we'll also have responsibilities for the following people who will be under the community board SOP. So we'll be able to have a community board chairperson whom the responsibility will be to approve the agenda of the meeting and facilitate discussions and decisions made by the board. Then we'll have a community board secretary who his or her work will be to prepare the agendas of the meeting, distribute them to the community board members to record minutes, and also ensure documentation of all the decisions made by the board. Then now the work of the project manager basically is to prepare reports on the contractor performance, which is basically the process of assessing the skills, work efficiency, and reliability of the particular contract worker they are evaluating, and work results, and also to present contract award recommendations to complete work evaluations and completed work evaluations. Sorry. Then we'll also have the board members. Definition of the board members is basically to review the provided documents before the meeting and to participate in the discussions and vote also on the decision. So that is basically the responsibility of the board members. Then the stakeholders, the responsibility, these refer to the contractors who may present the work results when invited. So they also refer also to the community representatives who may provide feedback on the work outcomes. So under this community SOP, community board SOP, we have the procedure. So we have under the procedure, I did outline three segments maybe. So we have a pre-meeting preparation. Then we have where we'll be able to conduct the meeting, and also we have a post-meeting action or maybe evaluation. So under the pre-meeting evaluation, we will be able to schedule the meeting, where when we schedule the meeting, we'll be able to set a time and date and the venue. So whether the venue will be physical or virtual platform for the meeting. Then we'll also have to notify the board members at least a week or 2 weeks in advance to the meeting. Then next, we'll be able to prepare the agenda for the meeting. So under the agenda, we shall include the following key items: a review of the previous meeting minutes, a presentation of the project proposals for contract awards, discussion of work results for completed projects, then voting on contract awards and work acceptance. So these are some of the agenda items that we shall be able to prepare before the meeting. Then we'll also distribute the documentation. So this documentation will include relevant materials which we'll be able to share with the board members. For example, project proposals, contract evaluations, and performance reports with all the board members. So this should be done also at least 1 week prior to the meeting. Then under also the pre-meeting, we will also confirm attendance, where we'll also ensure that the board members meet the required quorum in order for the meeting to be able to take place, so that it will be easy now for people to be able to do the discussions. Then the second item is that we'll be able, from the pre-meeting preparation, now we'll be able to conduct the meeting. So under conducting of the meeting, we'll have a call to order, whereby the community board chairperson will open the meeting and confirm that the quorum meets the threshold for it to take place. Then we'll also have the approval of the agenda and the minutes. This is where we will review and approve the meeting agenda and the previous minutes for the previous meeting, if that is to be the case. Then we'll also have the presentation of the agenda items. So under presentation of the agenda items, we'll have first things first, we'll have the contract awards, whereby the project manager or the relevant staff will present proposals, including contractor evaluations and recommendations. Then we'll also have work results, whereby the project manager will provide a summary of the completed projects, including deliverables and recommendations. So these are some of the agenda items that will be able to be presented when the meeting will be able to take place. Then next, we'll be able to have a discussion, where this is where we shall facilitate open discussions among the community board members. So but as per the project, we'll be able to discuss where I think we'll be able to have an open discussion, where people will be able to discuss about the projects, and therefore they'll be able to discuss if there's anything that needs maybe to be done. And also we shall also address the stakeholder feedback if applicable. So this is where the discussion will be able to take place as per the project. Then from there, now we'll go to the decision making, where the community board shall vote on the awarding of the contracts and acceptance or rejection of the completed work results. Then the decision, also these decisions, once they've been made, will also be documented. They'll be part of the documentation, where we'll document them in the meeting minutes. as well. Then last but not least, we'll be able to wrap up, whereby the community board will summarize the key decisions and assign follow-up tasks if or when is necessary. So once these are just the steps that will be able to be undertaken when the meeting will be able to be take place, when the meeting will be taking place. Then the third item, we'll have a post-meeting action, whereby we'll finalize and distribute the minutes. This is where the board secretary will finalize the minutes and share them with the board members within 1 week of the meeting. So that means that after the meeting, this minutes will be able to be put down into a documentation. And so after a week, or maybe some days thereafter, this information should be able to be shared within all the board members, so that they can be able to get what has been discussed within the minutes, within the meeting. Then we'll also have communication of decisions. This is where we'll notify the stakeholders and contractors of the community board decisions. Then we'll also have we'll also monitor follow-ups. So we'll ensure that the action items, such as the contract issuance or resolution of any outstanding issues, are completed. So basically, these are three steps. I think they are very important, so that at least you can be able to, we'll have that pre-meeting, then we'll have the conducting of the meeting, then we'll have a post-meetings meeting action. So these steps, I think they're very important, and they'll be part and parcel of the procedure. Then after the post-meeting, we'll have also documentation, whereby the following documents will be recorded and maintained for every meeting. So that includes the meeting agenda. Then we'll have distributed documentation, for example, maybe the proposals and the reports as well. Then we'll also have attendance records, the meeting minutes, and then also copies of decisions, for example, signed resolutions or maybe contracts. So this part is also very important. It's also very important, because we need to be able to document each and every item, and also the most important items that will be able to undertake. So I think that is something that we can be able to do as well. Then last but not least, we'll do reviews and updates. So the standard operating procedure should be reviewed annually, or when the significant changes to the community board's operation occur. So if there are any updates or any reviews thereafter, I think it will be easy for us to be able to do that once we have been able to have the documentation and have the minutes at hand. So in case there's any other information that needs to be changed, I think that is where we'll be able to do the reviews and updates as well. Then I also managed to come up just with the community board meeting minutes template. I think this one I'll be able to share it with the team, so that each one will be able, each of us can be able to go through it. Then we'll be able to see. So we'll have a board first things first, we'll have a board meeting details, whereby we'll have the date, then we'll have the time, we'll have the venue, we'll have the facilitator, whom will also put the name, we'll have the secretary, the attendees, and if we'll have any absent members, we can also put the names of the members that are not present at the meeting as well. Then we'll have also the segment for the minutes, where there's a call to order, where we'll have this, basically the template. So the meeting will be called to order at a specific time by the person who will be able to facilitate the meeting. Then we'll also have a quorum. We'll be able to confirm the quorum, whether we have been able to achieve the desired quorum, yes or no. Then second, we'll have the approval of the agenda. So we'll have a motion to approve the agenda. So this motion will either be approved or rejected. Then if there are any notes, we can be able to write any notes regarding the agenda item that is being discussed. So we can be able to insert notes if there are any changes that were made. Then we'll also have to approve the previous minutes. That is the minutes of the previous maybe meeting. From the desired date. So either these minutes will be able to be approved or rejected by the community board members. And also we'll also have to write notes if there anything that needs to be changed. Maybe we can be able to do that as well. Then number 4, we'll have the agenda items. So we'll have the contract awards, where we'll have the presenter for the presenter, where we'll have the name of the presenter who is presenting. Then we'll have the key proposals discussed. So we'll have to outline the project name and the key details, whether it's one project or two projects, depending on the person who is presenting the project. So that will be the work. So this is where we're going to put the name of the contractor or the person who is presenting the project. Then the decisions made. So we'll under the project name, we'll be able to see whether we'll be able to award or not award the project, depending on the decision made by the board. Then we can also take notes. We can insert maybe relevant discussion points that are needed during that as a part of the project. Then we'll also have a work results review, where we'll also put the name of the presenter and the completed projects that completed projects that are discussed. So we'll be able to put the project name and the outcome of the project. Then we'll also have to outline also the decision made as per the project as well. Then number 5, we'll also have an open discussion. So here is where we'll be able to summarize the points that have been raised according to the project, any questions or maybe any suggestions also raised. Then we'll also have the decisions and assignments. So we'll have a summary of decisions as a part of the project. So we'll be able to list those decisions over here, and then we'll also assign the tasks. So if there's a task that is supposed to be assigned as for the project, maybe it's supposed to be assigned to a certain individual or a certain party, we shall be able to outline them on this segment as well. Then from there, we'll have to adjourn the meeting. So we'll be able to specify the meeting. Let's say the meeting has been adjourned at a particular time, and then maybe we can also schedule the next meeting for a particular time and date as well. So this is just a basic template, but I'm open to suggestions and ideas. We can be able to refine it, or we can be able to work something better according to that. So I think that is what I had for now, and if there are any questions or suggestions, I'll be happy to be able to hear. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you very much, Evans. I think this is a very good document. It's an improvement of what we used to have. Do you have access to CNM Cyber community board space?
Yeah. Okay. I do have access,
Okay.
but I think it's only that I've not managed to be able to put this document there. Maybe
Okay,
you'll be able to assist me
you can
to
create a new wiki page and then
Okay.
add it to the backlog that we had.
Okay.
So
All right.
it will be under good enough
Okay.
list of what we need to have before the launch. But that's a good document.
All right. I'll be able to do that.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you too.
Right. Natalia, do you have any updates or comments you need to share with us?
No, I like everything.
Mm-hmm. Oh, all right. Okay. Thank you all for your time. So for next week we'll meet the normal time as usual.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Okay.
Nice time.
Thank you too. I really appreciate, Kevin. Thank you, Natalia too.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.